The 10 fattest people in the world. This will completely shatter your perception. Their weight needs to be measured in tons. Each person weighs as much as a car. They need cranes just to leave their homes. It takes more than a dozen people working together just to help them turn over in bed. Simply looking at them will make you feel terrified. In this edition of Guidepedia, we'll explore together their little-known life stories that few people are aware of. Click subscribe and let's begin our journey. Suzanne Iman, the supersized beauty. Suzanne Iman was born in Arizona, United States, weighing over 700 pounds. She became known as the supersized beauty in media circles. During her childhood, Suzanne experienced a series of devastating events. Her family fell on hard times financially, and then she suffered the heartbreaking loss of her mother. These traumatic experiences triggered a pattern of emotional eating that would define her adult life. Amid the chaos of her disrupted life, Suzanne's appetite grew increasingly insatiable. She began eating 7 meals daily, compulsively stuffing food into her mouth whenever it was available. Her weight climbed dramatically as a result, ballooning from her original weight of about 200 pounds to over 440 pounds. Surprisingly, as her weight increased, so did her romantic prospects. Suzanne began dating a handsome, wealthy man named Parker. Their relationship flourished, and under the nourishment of this honey-sweet romance, her weight continued to climb steadily. From her already substantial 440 pounds, she reached a staggering 725 pounds. Despite her extreme weight, Suzanne courageously gave birth to 2 sons. Unlike many others struggling with severe obesity, Suzanne maintained remarkable self-confidence. Even when those closest to her urged her to control her food intake, she stubbornly followed her own path. Her ambitions were extraordinary. Not satisfied with 725 pounds, Suzanne openly expressed her desire to reach 1,650 pounds or more. Her goal was to break the record held by John Brower-Minnick and become the heaviest woman in history. This determination, while concerning to medical professionals, demonstrated her unusual relationship with her body image and the extreme lengths to which some individuals will go to achieve their personal goals, however unconventional they might be. Keith Martin, a life confined. Keith Martin, a 42-year-old London man, reached a weight of 980 pounds. His enormous size confined him to his bed daily, rendering him unable to care for himself. Beyond his 2 sisters who took turns looking after him, he required 18 professional healthcare workers to manage his needs. When Keith was 16, his mother suddenly passed away. In the aftermath of this loss, he began coping by watching television and eating constantly, gradually increasing his weight to over 800 pounds. For decades afterward, Keith only left his bed for hospital visits. Even these transfers proved extraordinarily difficult, requiring 8 ambulance workers to move him onto the medical transport vehicle. His daily care was intensive, for caregivers visited Keith twice daily, while 4 nurses bathed him 3 times weekly and monitored his health condition. His doctors repeatedly advised that Keith would need to lose half his body weight before weight loss surgery could be considered as an option. For more than 20 years, Keith lived without social interaction. He owned no suitable clothing and never experienced romantic relationships. Despite these challenging circumstances, when interviewed on television, he stubbornly maintained that he had no intention of losing weight. Tragically, in March of 2014, Keith passed away from pneumonia at 44 years of age. His story represents the extreme consequences of morbid obesity and the complex psychological factors that can make intervention so difficult, even when facing life-threatening conditions. The medical resources required for his care highlight the broader societal costs of extreme obesity, while his isolation demonstrates the profound social impact that can accompany such conditions. Keith's case, while extreme, offers important insights into the challenges faced by those trapped in cycles of addiction and health decline. Paul Mason, from half-ton man to weight loss success. Paul Mason once worked as a postal carrier in Britain, but as his weight steadily increased, he was forced to abandon his career and adopt a better lifestyle. By 2009, His weight had ballooned to nearly 1,000 pounds, earning him the unfortunate nickname Half-Ton Man. Diagnosed with compulsive eating disorder, Paul consumed approximately 8 times the food of an average adult daily. His addiction to food led to completely unrestrained eating habits, causing his body to expand continuously like an inflating balloon. His physical condition severely restricted his mobility and quality of life. Facing these limitations, Paul underwent gastric bypass surgery in 2010 to reduce the size of his stomach and control his food intake. The results were remarkable. By 2013, Paul had successfully shed 644 pounds, bringing his weight down to 335 pounds. Despite this impressive achievement, Paul noted that he would still need to spend approximately $60,000 on additional surgeries to remove the excess skin that remained after his dramatic weight loss. The loose skin posed both physical and psychological challenges as he continued his health journey. Paul openly expressed shame about once being known as the world's heaviest person. He desperately yearned to live a normal life like others around him. His goal remained ambitious, yet clear, to continue losing weight until reaching between 196 to 209 pounds. His transformation stands as a powerful testament to human determination and the possibility of reclaiming one's life even from the most extreme circumstances. Through medical intervention and personal resolve, Paul began the long journey back toward the ordinary experiences most take for granted. Walter Hudson, a life defined by weight. Walter Hudson was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1944. He reached an extraordinary weight of approximately 1,200 pounds. Even more remarkable was his waist measurement of 119 inches, which earned him a place in the world record books. Diagnosed with morbid obesity, Walter maintained unhealthy eating habits throughout his life, which became the primary cause of his continually increasing weight. His size led to several dramatic incidents that highlighted the extreme challenges he faced daily. On one occasion, Walter became trapped in his room due to his enormous size. Emergency responders were forced to use machinery to break through the wall to extract him from the confined space. During another incident, he fell at home and struggled desperately, but couldn't get back up. Eventually, 8 people were called to assist, and only after tremendous effort were they able to return him to his bed. Walter openly admitted that his only hobby was eating, though he expressed a deep desire to find romantic love in his life. Sadly, this wish remained unfulfilled. In 1991, Walter suffered a fatal heart attack at his home. He was just 46 years old. His story represents the tragic consequences of extreme obesity and the profound limitations it imposes on those who suffer from it. Despite his record-breaking proportions, Walter's life reminds us of a universal human desire for connection and the devastating health impacts that can result from severe eating disorders. The medical challenges presented by cases like Walter's continue to inform approaches to treating extreme obesity, while his personal struggles highlight the complex psychological aspects that often accompany such conditions. Rosalie Bradford, a record-breaking journey. Rosalie Bradford was born in 1943. After her mother passed away when she was 11, she developed a food addiction, using excessive eating and drinking to alleviate her grief. At 14, she weighed around 200 pounds, but by 15, her weight had increased to 308 pounds. By her 20s, she had already become extremely obese. Following her marriage, Rosalie's weight continued to spiral upward uncontrollably. She made several attempts at dieting, but all ended in failure. By 1987, her weight reached its peak at 1,200 pounds. At this point, her body measured approximately 8 feet wide. A simple task like taking a bath required at least an hour and a half to complete. Shortly thereafter, Rosalie was recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records for her extraordinary weight, which was almost impossible for ordinary people to imagine. Eventually, under the guidance of a professional team, her weight loss efforts finally began to show results. Within a year, Rosalie lost 418 pounds. For years later, her weight had decreased to an astonishing 200 pounds, with a total weight loss of nearly 1,000 pounds. This remarkable achievement earned her another Guinness World Record for the most successful weight loss. Due to her rapid weight reduction, Rosalie's skin hung loosely like a sack. To address this issue, she underwent 5 skin removal surgeries. Unfortunately, during one of these procedures, the lymphatic system in her thigh was damaged, resulting in serious complications. On November 29, 2006, Rosalie passed away in a hospital in Lakeland. Her story represents both the extreme dangers of morbid obesity and the extraordinary human capacity for transformation, even in the most challenging circumstances. Juan Pedro Franco, breaking records and barriers. Juan Pedro Franco, a 39-year-old Mexican man from Aguascalientes state, reached a peak weight of 1,312 pounds. This extraordinary weight equaled the combined mass of 10 adult men and even exceeded that of a male polar bear. In 2017, he was officially recognized by the Guinness World Records. Juan had struggled with obesity since childhood. At 17, an unfortunate accident exacerbated his condition, causing his weight to increase steadily. Despite his size, Juan was a talented guitar player and skilled cumbia dancer. He even managed to date 2 or 3 girlfriends throughout his life. Eventually, his extreme weight robbed him of a normal existence, transforming him into a prisoner within his own home. By 2016, at 32 years of age, Juan was diagnosed with severe diabetes, thyroid dysfunction, high blood pressure, and fluid in his lungs. These serious conditions necessitated emergency hospitalization, which marked his first time leaving his bedroom in 7 years. After surviving this health crisis, Juan committed to weight loss. By May of 2017, he had shed 375 pounds, roughly equivalent to the weight of 2 kangaroos. He subsequently underwent gastric bypass surgery and began following a new diet and exercise regimen with the assistance of 30 health specialists. His weight continued to decrease dramatically. By November 2018, Juan had reduced his weight to 670 pounds. His journey illustrates both the extreme dangers of morbid obesity and the remarkable human capacity for transformation when provided with proper medical support and personal determination. Through his ongoing efforts, Juan has reclaimed aspects of his life that had been lost to his condition, offering hope to others facing similar challenges. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of addressing obesity as a serious medical condition requiring comprehensive treatment approaches. Manuel Uribe, a life defined by weight. Manuel Uribe lived in the northern Mexican city of Monterrey. In 2007, his weight reached its peak at 1,316 pounds, comparable to the weight of 5 baby elephants. This extraordinary measurement earned him a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. For more than 20 years, Uribe was imprisoned by his enormous size, spending most of his time confined to his bed. In 2006, he made a desperate television appeal for help that captured widespread attention. This public plea ultimately led to successful weight loss of approximately 440 pounds. By March 2008, Uribe finally managed to leave his home, traveling by vehicle to celebrate his weight loss achievement. This marked a significant milestone in his journey toward mobility and independence. Manuel had been overweight since childhood. During his middle school years, he already weighed 253 pounds. His weight began to increase dramatically thereafter. By 2002, he had become completely immobile, permanently bedridden and dependent on his mother's care. Following the successive deaths of both parents, his grief drove him to eat continuously as a way to soothe his emotional pain. His excessive flesh made him resemble a small mountain, with his bed nearly disappearing beneath his massive form. Despite his successful weight loss approach, which reduced his weight from over 1,300 pounds to approximately 507 pounds, Uribe remained bedridden. On his wedding day, he had to be lifted by a crane and transported to the ceremony venue, located about 30 minutes from his home. In 2014, Manuel Uribe, once recognized as the world's heaviest man, passed away after unsuccessful medical treatment. He was 48 years old. His story represents both the extreme challenges of morbid obesity and the remarkable human capacity for transformation, even in the most difficult circumstances. Khalid Mohsen Shehri. Khalid Mohsen Shehri, a young man from Saudi Arabia, reached the terrifying weight of 1,345 pounds by the age of 17. This extraordinary measurement earned him the title of the world's heaviest teenager. In 2013, King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia personally intervened to help Khalid escape his bedroom, where he had been confined for 3 years. The monarch assembled a special rescue team consisting of 30 medical professionals and civil defense soldiers, using a specialized crane purchased from the United States. The team had to partially dismantle Khalid's home to extract him and transport him to a hospital in the capital for treatment. Upon his arrival at the medical facility, healthcare providers employed assistive devices and implemented a specially customized weight loss program. Within 6 months, they successfully helped Khalid shed half his body weight. However, this rapid weight loss created skin complications that required additional medical attention. By 2018, Khalid underwent successful surgery to remove the excess skin resulting from his dramatic weight reduction. Today, Khalid's transformation is complete. At 139 pounds, his current appearance bears no resemblance to his former self. His journey represents one of the most remarkable weight loss stories ever documented, demonstrating both the extreme dangers of morbid obesity and the extraordinary potential for human transformation when provided with proper medical support and personal determination. The royal intervention in Khalid's case highlights the exceptional measures sometimes required to address extreme obesity, while his successful recovery offers hope to others facing similar challenges. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of addressing obesity as a serious medical condition requiring comprehensive treatment approaches.